Latimer here. So, the other day I was beta reading for one of the WordNerds who wrote a fantastic manuscript, by the way. Hopefully you'll get to read it. And I came across one aspect of the plot that really jumped out at me and just triggered some kind of inspiration, an idea that unfolded into a whole story just around that one tiny little thing. Now, obviously, because her manuscript was in the stages of being beta read and she was still polishing it and it's a work in progress, so I told her about this, you know, partly to make sure she's cool with it. But by the time that if I eventually write this and I edit it and I do 62 different drafts, it's not even going to resemble anything close to what my fellow WordNerd wrote. That one little piece of her story is not, you're not even going to probably be able to tell that it was inspired by that. And that's why it's okay to take ideas. I do not mean copying. I do not mean plagiarizing. I don't even mean taking really big plot elements and trying to make them your own. It's not necessarily a great idea to take a competition between a bunch of kids in an arena and throwing them in there, because it's not plagiarism, it's not technically even wrong, but people are going to be like, hello, Hunger Games. But when you've just got a little seed of an idea from something, from another author, and you take it and you grow it and you make it your own, that's where some of the best stories come from. And that's why it's so vital to read, and to read widely. Not just beta reading, of course. I mean published books. Consume every type that you can, all the different genres. Read outside of your comfort zone. You know, try to get inspiration from books that, for me, for example, aren't fantasy or science fiction. Because some of the real life, say, biographies I've read have been some of the most interesting people out there, and they still come with lots of inspiration. Not only do you want to read because it's a positive, but you want to read to avoid negatives. What I'm talking about here is the writers that say, oh, I don't read. And, you know, maybe it's because they're too busy, or maybe it's because they are afraid that they're going to take inspiration from something and will be accused of plagiarism. They don't want to be influenced. Well, that is not good, because when you read these authors, and I have attempted to help edit their manuscripts, and it shows. The fact that they don't read is very obvious, because one, the writing is usually bad, because these people don't have the natural rhythm of what good writing should sound like, because they don't read. The other problem I see with these people is that they don't understand what are cliches and tropes, because they don't read the books that are coming out now. They can't see what's being done because they're afraid of being influenced or whatever. So they end up actually doing identical copies of things, which is exactly what they wanted to avoid in the first place. Hey, I have this great idea about these kids. They get put into an arena and they have to fight each other to the death. It's like, what games? I've never heard of that before. What about you guys? Do you read a lot? And if so, what kinds of inspiration have you taken from it? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time on Sunday, the WordNerds have our live chats, and we would love to see you there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.